Unlocking unseen possibilities for unlimited growth. You're here today with Nader Sabry, and we are talking about change over status quo, one of my personal favorite topics to talk about. So I myself have a background where I had recently sold one of my startup companies that was disrupting a 1400-year-old industry. And the starting point for, or the DNA for any entrepreneur or individual who disrupts or innovates is the fact that they don't accept the status quo. Whether they see it like that or not, that is actually the root of where it comes from. Now, I don't want this topic to scare you and say, let's rebel and break some laws and rules. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when you see something that you believe isn't being done well enough or needs to be changed, or why hasn't it been solved yet, that's because too many people in whatever space you're talking about are in a comfort zone, and that comfort zone is what keeps people within a boundary, and they stay within that boundary because there are reference points all over the place that allows them to stay within that, and so they're comfortable, right? When a disruptor or an innovator comes along, and we've had excellent examples over the last 10 years with companies like Airbnb and WhatsApp and Facebook, Uber, perfect examples of organizations that have absolutely broken the status quo. They go out and they level the playing field because there was very few people benefiting. A great example, we'll focus just on Airbnb for a moment here. There was very few people focusing focused in and benefiting through the status quo of the hospitality business. Now anyone can turn their home and enter into the hospitality business, completely changing the status quo. So when it comes to the bottom line here, is change is an intensive part of the DNA when it comes to innovating or disrupting something, and that is what challenges the idea of status quo. So when you look at how to innovate or disrupt anything, you need to look at what you're going to change and what parts or the whole of status quo that you plan to actually tackle. That is change over status quo.